Hi there, YouTube. This is my first ever live recording. This is FairyGuyy here. My first ever thing that I recorded live straight to YouTube. Don't know what it's going to turn out like. I normally only ever do one take videos, and I don't bother retaking or anything like that. But no, I'm not used to recording straight to YouTube. Anyhow, I'd like to say that me and Nick, I mentioned in my last video, my video of me coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh scene. Me and Nick have started a team. We're officially called TeamDICK. Don't ask. I'll post in the comments why we're called TeamDICK if you want. However, yeah, me and Nick and our TeamDICKs, and we trade together. As binders are merged. Got a lot of cool stuff. Got some nice stuff from the new set. There's a Giga Mantis. We've pulled Hornets. We've pulled all sorts of stuff. We've pulled. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head now without looking, but I can't. So we've got a keys in there. I know it's not worth as much as it was. Now we got new stuff. We've got Black Mist, number 96 Black Mist. Useless stuff. That XYZ Reflect, a parallel call of the Haunted, Photon, Saber Tiger, Evoltile Magician, 2 Darkstorm Dragon, Ninjutsu Art Rare, bits and bobs from the new set. We're getting 3 boxes tomorrow. 3. Yeah, 3 boxes tomorrow. So as binders emerged, we work together, we trade together, we do tournaments, split prizes, etc. Works a team. But anyhow, I'm like 2 minutes into the video, I've not even said shit yet. Fuck that. Anyhow, right, I'm sorry my head's a bit scattered. I forgot I was in a video today. Because I needed to get one up. Right, last week we did the sneak peek. I entered 2 myself. Paid someone else into another, paid Nick into the one on Sunday. So we did in total 4 sneak peeks. Opened a lot of booster packs from ORCS. We pulled Gigamitis, Ulti, Photon, Saber Lizard, the Fusion one. That's gone. We pulled that Ulti XYZ Reflect. I pulled Crimson Shadow, Ninja Crimson Shadow, Wind Up Arsenal Zen Mayo. We pulled Wind Up Shark. I think we pulled a Zen Mayo, I can't remember. We pulled all sorts. Hornet and pulled a few Trans Archfiend. We pulled a few Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon. So far, 1 huge evolution is over, 2 royal prisons, which is rare. Obviously, those numbers are going to rocket. 3 Insector Dragonflies pulled so far. We've got 1 left. Obviously, we're getting more for borrow. And that's a really hard one to get. We pulled an Insector Hornet. That went on the days. All sorts has gone. We also pulled an Exabeetle, which is confirmed for a trade. That's going. Pulled loads, gone through several wind-up sharks, all sorts of just bits and bobs, high-end tech, it's all gone. I think we did actually pull a Zen Mighty, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I've got it in the back of my mind that we did because we traded for a card that's in this deck, which is the reason I'm doing this video, which is my Dark World deck, which no one knows. Well, I don't tell many people the recipe for this yet, but I'm YouTubing now. Yeah, that's what why I reckon we pull Zen Mighty, because I've got the Super Foolish Burial from TU02. So yeah, pulled that. I didn't pull that, obviously, I traded for that. So this is the rank 5 Exceed variant of Dark World. This is very fun. I love this deck, it's really fun. This is a full side deck, full main deck, side deck, and extra deck. There's 2 cards, a couple cards that need changing for the extra deck. 1 card missing. The card missing is a Catastor, which is the only card we don't own between me and Nick, as far as one of the very, very few high-end Syncos we don't own yet, Syncos and Exceeds. And we don't have Roach, we don't have Catastor, there was something, we don't have Hyper Librarian. As far as your meta Synchros and Exceeds are concerned, that's all we're missing. So there's a couple of bits and bobs missing from that. Full side deck, there's only 1 card which is in here that isn't actually there, which is a proxy DD Crow, because Nick currently has the other DD Crow. I've got one here. Nick's got the other one at his house, and I can't have bothered getting it because it's too much hassle just to make one video, and I've seen him tomorrow anyway. So, on with the deck list. It's very simple. It's monster heavy compared to most Dark World builds. I mean, obviously you can't have a Dark World deck without triple Grapher, and this guy really breaks the Dark Worlds. If you don't know what he does, and I'm going to tell you what he does because of something that happened to me on Julian Network using this, was I was on Julian Network and someone had to do it to Foolish Burial, target a Grapher, send it to the graveyard, as you do, it's fair dues, then said because Grapher was discarded he gets to blow something up. Right, people, Dark Worlds have to be discarded from the hand. Any card that says discard has to be from the hand. Just because Grapher doesn't say discarded from your hand to the graveyard, go away. Fuck off with that. Okay? Discarded to the graveyard from the hand. You cannot Foolish a Grapher and triggers effect. Foolish a Grapher is a good play anyway, because it just sticks him in your grave, which is where you need him. And Grapher's effect is, if you discard him, you blow something up. Bounce one Dark World, you can blow something up. Bounce a Dark World, special summon him to your side of the field from the grave. If your opponent forces the discard on him, blow something up, and you check a card in their hand. If it's a monster, special summon it. Playset of Grapher needed for every Dark World build. Next we've got 3 Snow. Again, playset needed for every Dark World build. This is your search engine. It's a 2k beat stick under gates. Bear my Grapher is a 3k beat stick under gates. Snow's a 2k beat under gates. Discard it, search for any Dark World card from your deck to your hand. It's just broken, it gives Dark World so much speed. Next, we've got, again, pretty standard for any Dark World build. Any Dark World engine runs 12 cards regardless, which is 3 Grapher, 3 Snow, 3 Bro, and 3 Gates. And there's my 3 Bro, 3 Gates with the spells and traps. Bro, if you discard it, if you cause its discard, draw 1. If your opponent causes its discard, draw 2. It's just a 1-for-1 card. Next we've got what makes it the rank 5, which most Dark World decks don't seem to be running, but I'm running these. It's 4 level 5s, 2 gold and 2 silver. Now I'm running 2 of each, because when gold is discarded by opponents, both when they discarded the special summon, identical stats, 2-3 attack, 14 defense. When your opponent discards gold, you get to blow up to 2 cards on the field. When your opponent discards silver, or forces you to discard silver, silver sends 2 cards from their hand to the bottom of their deck. So both really good effects, but both there just to spam synchros and exceeds. Now, the non-Dark World side of the deck is starting now. 1 minute. Non-Dark World, sorry about that. Non-Dark World side of the deck is 3 Fabled Ravens. So broken. I love this card. This card saved me so many times because you can just ditch 3 off it and exceed for one of the rank 5s or anything. It's really good. They're both secret. One of my golds is ulti, if you didn't notice, by the way. The other one's super. Sutragodia, both ultimate. Such a broken card for Dark Worlds because you can just ditch a gold, steal Saint Celestia if you get Light Swans, use that to trigger Trag to target your gold that you just discarded, exceed rank 5. It's brilliant. Then the one card every Dark World deck would be incomplete without Morphing Jar. Straight off, you need it in every Dark World deck regardless. Mine's Gold Red. And then the final monster in this deck is one that I didn't think I'd actually get hold of. Blackluster Soldier in the beginning, because I'm running 3 Lights as standard, which is my 3 Fabled Ravens, plus all my Synchros and Exceeds, which quite a few of them are light. It's got the fuel just for one of those. It's really good. Now, spells and traps, I'm going to have to rattle through this, come on, like 9 minutes already. They're all self-explanatory anyway. 3 Gates, obvious reasons. 3 Dealings, again, it's just draw and discard power. Now, I've got a Parallel Monster Reborn, because you can just Reborn's a stay planar, but you can Reborn, say into Snow, bounce it, Grapher, you've recycled your search. Super Foolish is just to dump either fuel in your grave for gates, or what you generally do with Foolish is just Foolish straight into a Grapher. normal summon, bro, bounce, special, then start your draw power. Rest of it's card destruction, like Morphing Jar, every Dark World deck needs one. Dark Hole, staple. I don't run Heavy Storm because I run quite a bit of back row that I can't lose on my gates. Drag down into the grave. Now some people say run 2 dragged, 2 Dark World dealings. I personally, it seems to run better with 1 dragged, 3 dealings, but it is up to you. Then 1 Dark World Lightning. As spells. Traps, I like my trap lineup. It's not a trap lineup that you see often. Is first of all 2 trap stuns. They're really good because they just stall your opponent for a full turn. People have said run all sorts over it, but they stall your opponent for a full turn. No traps for a full turn, so you can just go crazy with your Dark Worlds. Double Warning for just to stop your opponent because they can make big plays against this deck. TT again because you can nuke all your monsters and not care about it with Dark Worlds because you can just recover the next turn. They're very good at that. Dark Smog, really good card. It's just a little bit of extra discard power, and it messes up your opponents. It's like a 3 DD Crow, but with added effects for Dark Worlds. Solemn Judgment, staple, and then last but not least, the Skill Drain. Now, I only main deck 1. I do side deck into 2 more Skill Drains because Skill Drain cripples most decks. All of your Dark World effects get around it. It's great fun. Now, side deck, I'm just going to rattle through this. Cat will explain the side deck. Double Veiler, double DD Crow, double DCK because he gets around the Skill Drains and is a 2-2 beater at the gates. Let's make sure you stay in order. Double MST because everyone sides deep dim fish and stuff. Extra gate because if you they go to synchro and you obviously chain this to get ditch 1 there from the extra deck, you get it wrong. You can just get a free discard. I'm wanting to change that. Don't know what to yet. Need debunk. I want debunk for this side deck. I think. I don't know. Still iffy about it. Book of Moon because I didn't run a main deck. Nobleman of Crossout because it is such a good card. Doesn't see enough play. It really doesn't. 2 deck dev naturally, and then my last 2 skill drains. Now I'm on 12 minutes. Time to just quickly go through the extra deck. Tell you what needs to be changed. I used to be a budget player. This extra deck isn't budget. It's missing a Catastor, straight off, I'll tell you that now. It's got Bryonak, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Ultra, that's getting an ulti soon, Chaos King Archfiend, Scrap Dragon and Fort Ruler Archfiend. These are getting changed, I'll tell you what to when I can remember. And one of them is becoming a Mistworm, which I'm getting tomorrow, or Trishula, which we've already got, debating. The other one will become the Catastor. So that's Trishula and Catastor. Trishula or Mistworm and Catastor. We've got the Trishula. We're getting the Mistworm tomorrow. Catastor we're still trying to find is these 2, but for now it's Stardust and Fort Ruler. Scrap Dragon and ulti. Fabled Valkyrius as my level 8, level 8. Ally of Justice, Decisive Armor because you can just get everything to the grave and not care. Then Exceeds, or XYZs. We've got a Leviathan Dragon. This needs to be a Leviair. We do have one between me and Nick. That's also Ultra. This is an Ultra Leviathan. We've got about 4 secrets in one of the binders. So that's Leviathan Dragon. For now, it needs to be a Leviair just to recycle gates. What gates banishes anyway. But obviously what BLF banishes and anything that's get by Bottomless. Zenmeister for a rank 4. This needs to be Utopia. We don't have a Roach, nor do we really want a Roach. I don't think it's worth it, but if we get one we will. But I'll run Utopia instead of that. Then the rank 5s have got Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja, probably getting rid of that. Tyrus, the Keeper of Genesis. Adreus, the Keeper of Armageddon. I've got a second one on the way. I actually should have it now, but I forgot to grab it off a friend of mine on Saturday. Left it with him. Hey ho, he's sending it my way. And then last one is Wind Up Arsenal Zenmaier. Really good cards in this extra deck. I like this extra deck. It's a really weird build. But yeah, so chances are for this extra deck, the changes will be Stardust, Thought Ruler, Leviathan, Zenmeister, and Shadow Ninja out. Catastor, Mistworm, Leviair, Utopia, and another Adreus in. I don't have to change the Armor Ninja, but that is probably better trade bait than another Adreus. And Adreus gets buffed to 2-9 under my gates. So that is a 15-minute video. I'm FairyGuyy. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Any deck ideas you've got to me, I beg you actually, YouTube. Any deck ideas, give me them, because I'm running out of deck ideas. I need deck ideas. Just please, you know, some ideas. Post them in the comments. Please post the comments below. Deck ideas for FairyGuyy. I'll build it. I will. We've got the trade fodder to build quite a lot. Just something original that I can play with. Yeah. Right. Thank you for watching YouTube. Take care.